So let's go through like a rapid fire question area. Favorite. This is like picking a favorite kid for some parents. Favorite team: Steelers, Penguins, Pirates.
I'm a Pirates guy. Always been a baseball guy. We were season ticket holders for the longest time. At Three Rivers Stadium, while they were putting PNC Park together, we would walk past PNC Park as it was being constructed over there on the north side. And so we were Pirates season ticket holders for the first 6 years at PNC Park, but the Pirates really sucked then. And we sort of like backed off. And we still go to an occasional game. We were on the 20 game plan. For the first 6 years of PNC Park, we were on the 20 game plan to go to Pirates games. But, my wife was like, what are we doing here? 20 games a year? And they're like, they still finish like 15 under 500. So we still go to an occasional Pirates game.
Yeah, cool.
Steelers, I used to watch the Steelers in Three Rivers Stadium, Terry Bradshaw, Joe Green, Jack Lambert. We went to those games. Yeah. We saw Kenny Stabler play there. We saw oh my God, I'm thinking of all the Earl Campbell from the Houston Oilers. We saw, I'm thinking of everybody that the Steelers played back in the 70s. Chuck Noll on the sidelines. But I'm 61 again, so we went to the Steelers games at Three Rivers Stadium. And that's when beers, 12 ounce, because they didn't have 16 ounce beers back there in the 70s. That's when you could get a beer for like $4 or $5.
Yeah.
Not like now at Heinz Field or PNC Park or the PPG Paints Arena, where like a 16 ounce beer costs what, $14?
Yeah, there's no pass there.
Well, the interview opportunities, sometimes you get like really friendly people, and sometimes you get people. Greg Allman hung up on me once. I've talked to Greg several times over the years. He's usually a great interview, but the one of the years that I talked to him, he wasn't in a particularly good mood, or he may have been really high. Because he's been in and out of detox rehab. He hung up on me. There was a book that had just come out that the Allman Brothers didn't give their approval for. It was written by an outsider, and I said, hey, I just read this book. Midnight Riders is what it was called. Okay. Great Allman Brothers book, but it wasn't approved by anyone in the band. And I said, I just read this book. Wow, he said, that book hurt a lot of people. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Click. I didn't even get a chance to say, Greg, are you Greg Allman hung up on me. Yeah. You know who else was like really difficult? And I don't mean to say this in a mean way. Warren Zevon.
Oh, really?
Not mean, but 1 word, 2 word answers.
Oh.
Now, I saw him one of his last interviews with David Letterman. This is before he died.
Yeah.
He already knew he had lung cancer. He already knew that he didn't have much time left. He was wonderful with David Letterman. When I worked at FM 97, well, it was 97 Rock then, so it was 1991. Warren was playing at Graffiti, my all-time favorite Pittsburgh venue. Not there anymore.
Not there.
Just like the Syria Mosque.
Right.
Just like the Civic Arena. Just like the Decade. How many other places aren't there? Graffiti was one of my favorite places, and Warren Zevon was playing there that night. And we had him up. I used to work at FM 97, and we had our studios at the Trimont, this beautiful building on Grandview Avenue with these, panoramic view of the Point, which was then Three Rivers Stadium. This is before there was Heinz Field or PNC Park. We were up there in the early 90s, 1988. Early 90s. There were no 2 stadiums over there. There was 1 stadium, Three Rivers Stadium, where the Pirates and the Steelers both played. And Warren Zevon came in, and I was really excited to talk to him. But like I say, sometimes you get a pleasant rock star, and sometimes you don't. Warren was like 2 word answers. However, later that night at Graffiti, when he played Werewolves of London, his big hit, he said, I saw a werewolf on Mount Washington. He changed the lyric that night. So the lyrics that night.
There you go.
I'm like, oh, that's really cool. Maybe he felt guilty about sort of stiffing me during the interview.
There you go.
But he changed the lyric to Werewolves of London, Warren Zevon. at graffiti that night.
Wow, that's crazy.
Some of the best shows I've ever seen, John, were at graffiti on Bon Boulevard.
I remember it. Well, you know, if you don't mind, I'd just like to take a look around the studios here, if you don't mind. And is that all right? Just
Our brand new studios.
Yeah, and
don't spill any coffee on the board like Randy did.
Okay, yeah, and then
John, I got to take a call real quick. Walk around, see. Don't touch anything.
Okay, all right.
John, what are you doing? I told you not to touch anything, you Jagoff.